Shalom and welcome to Biblical Hebrew Academy Online. We're thrilled that you have chosen Biblical Hebrew Academy to study, and we're looking forward to an awesome semester where we're going to be delving deep into the Word of God, looking at the Scripture through the lens of Biblical Hebrew. Biblical Hebrew Academy has been running now for 6 years with students from all over the world that have chosen our academy to further their study of the Word of God. And we're so thankful for every one of our students. We do have 3 levels of Biblical Hebrew. This orientation video is for our level 100. So that is our introductory level Biblical Hebrew class. Now, Biblical Hebrew Academy online, uh, we have our classes weekly, just one time per week. And our class lecture time is generally between 60 to 90 minutes per week. And that can fluctuate also depending upon questions and sometimes my own personal elaborations. But we try to stick as close to that 60 to 90-minute window, try to stick to it as close as we can. Each one of our classes are recorded every week. So the reason why that we have the recording every week is because we have students from all over the world in various time zones. We don't expect our students throughout Asia to be up at 2 o'clock in the morning to attend our classes, although sometimes we do have students up at that hour studying with us, but we record for the purpose of we know that our students are busy with work and family and church responsibilities and things like that. Whatever people are doing, we want to be flexible so that they can join the academy and have their uh, advancement in biblical studies at their leisure throughout the week. Now, while it is flexible, we do encourage you, if you can be in the live lecture, to be in the live lecture. And we like that because we obviously like the opportunity to field questions and whatnot that might come up. On that note, you can ask questions anytime throughout the week through email, Google Classroom, which we'll talk about a little bit in more detail in a moment. There are different ways that you can ask questions if you need help understanding something, if something is not clear. Uh, Please don't ever hesitate to get in touch with me during the semester, during the course of the class. Our classes every week are in 2 parts. The first part of our class is about the content of the Torah. So we use the Torah portion, the Hebrew word parsha. We use the parshas to uh, basically be our form for weekly study and weekly reading. So we start in the book of Genesis. And as we go along, we will get through Genesis and we will get halfway through the book of Exodus before the end of our level 100 class. So we'll be discussing a lot of things about the content, the meanings of particular verses and specific Hebrew words that are employed in those texts to give us a to give us the ability to be able to draw more from the text. And this is the power of biblical Hebrew. It does that for us, and you're going to see that very early on in the lecture. The second part of the class is going to be our grammar portion. Now, we are not going to be jumping into grammar right off the bat. Okay. Keep that in mind because until we have some foundations laid with learning letters and so forth, jumping in and learning about different verb forms and all of that, it's not going to mean a whole lot to us at that time. So we will not really be getting deep into grammar until several weeks into the semester. Now, when we do jump into it, we'll be covering a lot, and then we'll be getting into more details of grammar and so forth as we get into level 200 and level 300, which uses the same structure of the weekly Torah portion, part of the class, and then the grammar, the second part of the class. A couple of items. First of all, we have a textbook which should have been mentioned to you in your uh, confirmation email that you would have received after completing your enrollment form. Um, we suggest this Tanakh. Basically, it is Hebrew and English. So it is a parallel Bible. We do suggest the JPS student edition because it's a little bit bigger and a little bit easier to read the letters as you are learning to read. However, any Hebrew Bible that you have, so long as the letters are big enough for you to read them and as well to see the vowel signs, that means the little dots that are below and sometimes above the letter, that will be fine. So I guess it's relative to how good your eyesight is. So the JPS Tanakh is one. We have a link that is there on our website for you under the third party. Scroll to the bottom, you'll see third party, and you'll see those links there. The book that we will be spending most of our time in when we get to the grammar portion is called The Guide to Loshen HaKodesh, Mastering the Basics. And this textbook is authored by Nachman Markuson. And the reason why that I've chosen this is because it is written actually in a rabbinical form. It is specifically for biblical Hebrew, and it progresses slowly, which is good for our students. If you have gone ahead, so that's the Mastering the Basics, that's the gold book. This is where we'll be spending most of our time in level 100. In level 100, we may touch on this textbook a little bit, but honestly, this one is better for just level 200 and 300 because we get into our mastering Hebrew verbs, which you're going to learn that in biblical Hebrew, verbs are king. You'll hear that statement many times as we go forward. So those are our textbooks. If you don't have your textbooks yet, please don't worry because we're not going to be jumping in and using them for several weeks. So if you need to still order the textbook, you're that's totally fine. You're not late. You're not behind. We will be posting study guides for you to print off to save those documents to your device to help you along in your study as we progress. So please don't worry about it if you don't have your textbook yet. We do have students in some very far away international locations that can't access Amazon to deliver books like this, and that is also okay. I will post uh, copies of the pages as we go along on Google Classroom so that students will have them electronically to be able to read, to study, to follow along with the lectures on the grammar portion of our class. So again, don't worry about that if you can't get the textbook. We Our students in India and in several places in Asia cannot access the textbooks. We've got students from places like the Solomon Islands, which is down in the South Pacific. Uh, I highly doubt that they have Amazon Prime down there. So again, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal if you can't access the textbook. If you can, definitely get it. It will be helpful as we go along. The next thing is, people ask all the time, how much time am I going to have to spend in Biblical Hebrew Academy every week? What kind of time investment? Well, again, lectures are 60 to 90 minutes. And then towards the end of the week, towards the end of the week, every week I post a short quiz. That quiz is not to fail anyone. It is to challenge, but basically, because we only meet once a week, having a quiz basically ensures uh, some accountability from me to you. This is my contract that I have with you as being a teacher and instructor in Biblical Hebrew, to make sure that you're at least revisiting the material at least one other time during the week. When it comes to studying Biblical Hebrew in our classes, you do get what you put into it. We have some students that will spend time every day, whether it's 10, 15 minutes, just going over again vocabulary. We'll talk more about this in the first few classes as we kind of try to get on track and kind of find our groove with the classes, and you find your groove in your weekly study routine. But you do get what you put into it, and if you're able to put more time into it, do it. Absolutely do it. Some people are like, man, my schedule's so busy, I'm kind of do the bare minimum. That's also okay. Okay, don't fret about that. But the quiz is there. They're always short and sweet, but it does help to just make sure there's some accountability there with revisiting the material at least one more time during the week before we go into new material the next week. So just keep that in mind, that there will be quizzes, and the quizzes are all going to be on Google Classroom. So on that note, our IT specialist extraordinaire, Brother Jordan Fry from Anderson, Indiana, who the Academy is what it is today because of Brother Jordan Fry and his expertise when it comes to, from everything building our website to basically doing everything but teaching the Hebrew. I've got the easy job. We are what we are today because of Brother Jordan. He's going to take us through a little bit of the technical aspect of the academy, and pay close attention to Brother Jordan's instructions, because he's going to be giving you some very, very needful information right here. Take it away, Brother Jordan.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Dr. Lang, and thank you for joining Biblical Hebrew Academy online. It's going to be an incredible semester. You're going to learn so much from Dr. Lang. I'm sure you're going to enjoy the next classes that are coming up. So I'm just going to take a couple of minutes and walk you through the online platforms that you will be interfacing with on a weekly and perhaps daily basis with Biblical Hebrew Academy, because after all, this is Biblical Hebrew Academy online. So I'm going to share my screen quickly with you here and walk you through the three main platforms that you will be using as a student in Biblical Hebrew Academy Online. So, if you have gotten this far, you have at least found our website. So, that is one of the main platforms that you will be interfacing with. Our website is where all of our enrollment forms live, where you signed up for BHAO, and also where our student center lives. At the bottom of any web page, anywhere on a website, you can go to the landing page, BHAO .info or Biblical Hebrew Academy Online.com, and you will see a link to the Student Center. Dr. Lang mentioned that obviously you are encouraged to be live in the Zoom classes as much as possible, but if you are unable to make it, or even if you just want to revisit one of the lessons as you prepare for the weekly quiz or as you're working through your material, you can visit the Student Center on the website, and that will take you to a portal where you will be able to rewatch all of the recorded classes. Now, when you first click on Student Center. I'm actually going to open it up in this tab here. From our main landing page, I'm going to go down and click on Student Center. It's going to ask you, okay, where exactly would you like to go? Are you in Biblical Hebrew level 100, 200, or 300? So this orientation is for 100. So I'm going to click on level 100. And when you first click on it, it's going to ask you for a password. I've already entered the password in, so it's cached, so it's allowing me through. But when you first signed up, you should have gotten an email from the Academy with your password for the Student Center. If you have lost that email or if it didn't come through, reach out to myself or Dr. Lang. You can email info@biblicalhebrewacademyonline.com and we will make sure to get you that info. But once you enter in that password, you get into your respective class. You can click on the archive. Now, right now, obviously, there are no recorded lessons, so none are pulling. But once we start the semester, you will be able to find those recorded lessons right here in the Student Center. So that is one of the three platforms that you will be using for Biblical Hebrew Academy Online. Get familiar, go ahead and bookmark the landing page, bookmark the website, so you can not only enroll next year for level 200, but you can get to the Student Center. Now, on a weekly basis for the live classes, Dr. Lang will be using the Zoom platform for your live classes. And we have some links here on the Enroll Step 4 page, which you should have gotten to after your enrollment process. But Dr. Lang can send you that link again if you need this link again. But it's biblicalhebrewacademyonline.com/enroll step 4. And we have a few different links here to be able to sign up for Zoom, to be able to download Zoom for your iOS device, or download Zoom on the Google Play Store for your Android device. Now, we recommend as much as possible using either a laptop or even perhaps a tablet for your Zoom classes, because there will be times where Dr. Lang shares his screen or is walking you through a particular entry in one of the books, one of the guides, and it will be much easier to see that on your end if you're using a larger device than a phone. But you will be able to join the class via Zoom on any device that you have, whether that's a laptop, an iOS device, or an Android device. So we have the Student Center, which lives on our website, biblicalhebrewacademyonline.com, or BHAO.info is the short link. That's the first platform. The second platform is Zoom, where all of your live classes will take place. And then the third platform that you'll be utilizing in Biblical Hebrew Academy Online is Google Classroom. Hopefully, since you have gotten through the enrollment process, you have already been able to join your Google Classroom class. And these are the codes to join that class. So you should have received this code when you went through the enrollment process to join your Google Classroom class. If you haven't done that yet, you can go to classroom.google.com and you will click on the plus button right here, click on Join Class, and then you are going to copy that code over from your email or enroll step 4, and that is how you will join the class. And once you have entered that code in, and you can see that class code right here for level 100, once you've entered that code in, it will bring you into the classroom interface. There are a few tabs up here. We have Stream. Stream is where Dr. Lang will send communications about assignments to let you know that a new assignment has been posted, or if there is some instruction or some resources he would like to share with you that you can use for those assignments. Those will happen in Stream, and you will see those populate right here. The second tab is classwork. I can see these right now as an admin. You can't see them quite yet, but as Dr. Lane assigns particular assignments, those will pop up in classwork. And then there will also be a grades tab. And again, I'm logged in as an admin, so I won't go to those tabs right now. But when you log in, you can go click on grades, and that will show you as a student how you've done on assignments that you've taken so far as Dr. Lang releases those grades. So all of that happens here at Google Classroom. Again, I would recommend personally, if you have a laptop or a desktop computer, I find the interface for Google Classroom much easier to navigate on desktop, but you can also access it on iPad, on your phone, whether that's a iOS device or an Android device. There are apps for Google Classroom you can download to your iPad or to your phone, or to find it on a laptop or desktop computer, you can simply navigate to classroom.google.com, and that will pull up the classes that you have joined in. Now, I will tell you this: we have had some issues in the past where people have um, enrolled in the academy in an email address that is not compatible with Google Classroom. So there are certain corporations, if you used a work email, depending on how their servers are set up, depending on what permissions they have given for those email addresses, sometimes emails are not compatible with Google Classroom. So if you try to log into Google Classroom and it says permission not granted, we are not we are not locking you out of the platform, but there might be an issue with your email address that is preventing you from joining the classroom. So if that happens to you, and every semester we have a few students that happens with, we would recommend using a Gmail account to access Google Classroom. If you don't have a Gmail account, you can create one for free. I know that can be a hassle, especially if you're used to using one email for everything, but you can create a free Gmail account at mail.google.com. Click on create account. And if you log in to Google Classroom with that Gmail account, you shouldn't have any problems. So if you're one of the students that you try to log into the Google Classroom, but for some reason it is not letting you log in, it's probably not the platform. It's probably the email that you are using. So try using it with a Gmail account. If you don't have one, go ahead and create a free Gmail account and sign in with that. And if you still have issues, reach out to us. That's very rare, but reach out to us and we will do what we can to help you troubleshoot and get into the Google Classroom. So, very quick recap: there are three online accounts. Dr. Lang talked about some of the books that you will be using, the print books. But for your three online platforms is going to be Zoom for your online classes, Google Classroom for your online quizzes and assignments, and the Student Center located at Biblical Hebrew Academy online.com. And that is where all of the archives of the video lessons will live. So those are the three main platforms that you are going to use for Biblical Hebrew Academy online. If you have any questions about any of the above, please feel free to reach out to our team. We'll do whatever we can to get you up to speed. And we're looking forward to a great semester here at BHAO. And I'll kick it back to you, Dr. Lang.
All right, Brother Jordan, thank you so much. And on the last point that Brother Jordan mentioned there about compatibility issues, like with a work email or something with Google Classroom, there are also times where our Academy correspondence, for whatever reason, will land in your email's spam folder. And one way to prevent that from happening would be to go in to check the spam folder to see if any Academy correspondence emails are there, and then just label that not spam. And then also by saving the Academy emails that are there, which could be from me, could be from Brother Jordan. Mine is Dr. Lang at biblicalhebrewacademyonline.com. So just save those into your email contact list with your email, and that will help to prevent our emails from landing in your spam folder. So that's one other little bit of housekeeping to mention with regards to that, because it again, we usually every semester will have a couple of people where our emails, for whatever reason, are landing in their spam folder. Gmail, if you have a Gmail email already, you should be just fine. Other emails also can work. But if there are some of these problems, as Brother Jordan mentioned, it would definitely be the wise thing to go ahead and to get a Gmail email account, if for nothing else, just using it for Academy correspondence. So that brings us to the end of our orientation. Class is starting this coming week, and we are looking forward to having a great semester with all of you. I will be sending emails to you, as well as posting correspondence on Google Classroom. So keep an eye out for further details, and also instructions in email as well as Google Classroom. Thank you again for your enrollment in Biblical Hebrew Academy Online. I look forward to seeing you in class soon. God bless you, and shalom.